I'm creating a new class here. Xpath sessions. And I'm selecting the public static void main. Click on finish. Okay. Now I want to import the Selenium jars. Just go to project and right click on the project. Go to properties, Java build path and libraries. And we need to click on add external jars and just selecting all of them. Click on apply and close. I'm just copying the first three set of lines to launch the browser. Let's start with this Amazon.in. So I'm just inspecting the element by right clicking on the browser. Okay. Now I want to pass some text here in this text box, and then I want to search something. Okay. So I want to write the XPath for this text box, and I'm just clicking on the cursor and inspect the text box which I want to get the XPath. If you see here, it got highlighted, right? The input type text and ID is this one. So I want to write the XPath for this particular text box. Just by selecting this DOM Explorer, I'm clicking on Control F. So this window will open for the search field. And whenever we mention this double slash, it's gonna search the complete DOM Explorer. Okay. So I already explained this concept yesterday, but I just want to revise because it would be good with the continuity. Okay. So whenever we just enter this double slash, it will search the complete DOM Explorer for the tags, and whenever we mention this star, it will search for each and every tag. Okay. Now the tag which I am looking for is the input tag. So I'm just clicking on input. I mean entering on input. Whenever I just entered the input, uh, it get all the results. That is one of 18. So we have around 18 results with the input tag in the DOM Explorer. Okay. On the top, it is highlighting all the input tags. Okay. Yeah, it is highlighting all the input tags, but I want the very specific input tag, that is the search field, and I need to mention some of the conditions as well. That particular text field. Sorry, everyone can go on mute because I can hear a lot of noise. Okay. So I want to mention the ID as ID is the unique one. Okay. Just mention the condition here at the rate ID. I'm just taking the ID value here, that is 2 tab search text box, and I'm just pasting it here. You just need to mention the any attribute like this at the rate and the attribute name equals to single colon and the value of that particular attribute. Okay. Nagraj, can you go on mute? So it will be like this. And if you see here, it is highlighting the required web element which we are looking for. Okay. And I'm just fetching that and pasting it. Okay. I'm just navigating to the Amazon.in and then driver.find element by, and we need to select the specific locator which we want to. So right now I'm looking for XPath. So I just took the XPath and I'm just pasting the XPath which we wrote it here. So till here I got the web element, but I need to do some operations on it. That is, I want to send some keys and I'm looking for laptops and I'm just saving it and I want to run this project now. It loaded this Amazon.in website and it just clicked on laptop. I mean, entered the laptops in the text field. Okay. Let me save everything in the locators here. So it will be handy for you to read. Yeah, as we discussed yesterday, that will be the same input rate ID equals to colon. Okay, we will try to write another XPath for the same web element. Okay, and we will see whether it is able to find it out or not. I'm just dragging it down. We'll take the attribute type text and see how many of them are there. At the rate type, that is the attribute name, and the value of the type is text. As you see, I have only one element, only one web element. We can use this export as well. We'll see whether we're able to send the laptops in keys into the text box or not. Okay, and I am saving it, clearing the console, running it again. So see here, it just entered the laptops again. So we are able to figure it out even with different types of attributes. Initially, we just did with the ID, and now we did with the type. Like that, we can try with the different kinds of attributes, and we can find out the web elements. Okay, this is the basic XPath. Okay, and the syntax of this XPath is double slash tag name attribute name and the value of the attribute. Okay, this is the basic syntax of the Xpath, and we can mention the multiple conditions as well. Yeah, we can take the class also for considering multiple inputs. See here, like this we can consider the multiple inputs. This is the example for multiple conditions. Okay, now I want to use the different kind of export, that is by using text. Okay, I want to click on this best sellers. So if you see here, this is the anchor tag, and the text is this one, and I want to highlight that web element by using the text which I am able to see on the website. Okay, by using best sellers, and I am looking for anchor tag. So I just took the anchor tag here. Okay, so I'm able to highlight the web element like this, and I can try with the contains as well, the same expert. I mean, for the same web element, contains. Okay. This is another method by using contains. Okay, we have covered with the text, and I want to mention what are different types of expert methods. Let me write it here. That is basic expert, and by using contains, basic expert, by using contains, and by using text, by using child, preceding, following sibling, starts with, following. Yeah. Basically, if we use all these 8 things in the experts, I think we can get each and every web element in any of the web page. So just try to be good with all those things, all those methods. So you will be able to write any any kind of expert in the website or application. Okay. As of now, we have covered basic expert, contains, and text. Now we will see for the child. Okay. So I want to get the same best sellers by using child. So just have a look here. Uh, Let me write it. I'm just going to the div tag here, and anchor tag is the child tag for this div. Am I right? So how do you mention the child? Okay. After navigating to the particular parent parent tag, and you just need to click on single slash and just type child double colon, and you need to mention the tag which you are looking for. I'm looking for the anchor tag under this parent tag. Okay. So if you see here, whenever I just mention the anchor tag, it just highlighted the anchor tag here. Okay. And I want to mention the under this anchor tag, I mean under this parent tag, we have around 12 web elements which are anchor tags. See it here. When you see on the left hand side, you can see all the web elements which are getting highlighted when I just scroll. Yeah. Now it is our bestsellers. When I just click enter, it is going to mobiles, Amazon Pay, pantry, like that. It is navigating to the all the web elements. So this is one kind of thing. And if I want to select the only particular first web element, we can go with the indexing method. That is, I'm just keeping it in the braces. Okay, like this. And then I'm mentioning the index. That is the first one. I just need the first one. So I just mentioned the one, and it is going to the bestseller. If I want the mobiles, I just need to enter the two here, mobiles, and three for Amazon Pay, four for pantry. Like that, you need to select with the help of indexing. Okay, this is by using indexing. Indexing, if we have multiple results. Okay, okay. I am removing this indexing part. So now I'm getting the 12 results for this anchor tag, and I want to get only one single anchor tag, that is the best seller. So I can mention the condition. Okay, that is that by using text. Okay, whenever you understand all the methods which we are using in the Xpaths, you can play with it. Okay, by using child with the help of conditions. Hope everyone is clear with this child part. If you have any doubts, you can ask me now itself, because we're going to see very similar kind of things further. I'll be waiting for a minute for any doubt. Is everyone clear? Can someone confirm? Okay. Yeah. So we are good with the child part. Now we will see with the preceding part. Okay. For preceding, okay. Let me highlight this search button. Let me show you how to use this preceding. So, and see here, I will write the XPath for this, and I want to navigate to the preceding web element, preceding tag by using preceding. I just need to mention double slash, and that is input type is equal to text. At the rate ID is equal to this. Now I'm just entering this single slash, and I'm entering this preceding and entering the double colon here like this. So I'm able to navigate like this, okay, with the help of preceding. Okay, we just need to use the preceding wherever you required. Okay, this is just an example. And if you have multiple labels here, you can mention the condition as well with the help of ID here. As we have only single label here, I'm not mentioning any condition. This is for preceding.
Ravi, preceding sibling and preceding is same or it's different?
Yeah, both are same.
We can use only preceding in place of preceding sibling, right?
Yeah, but yes, only preceding is fine. Now we go to again bestsellers. Just have a look here. This div tag is the parent tag, and these are child tags. Whenever we say these are child tags, we can say like best sellers is the sibling of mobiles, and mobiles is the sibling of Amazon Pay. Amazon Pay is the sibling of Pantry, and everything. All those are siblings, right? So we will use this following sibling. Okay. Just navigate to the bestsellers, and we will go for the mobiles. Double slash, and just copy it. Single slash, following sibling, and see it here. So for this bestsellers, the following siblings are 11 siblings, as we just discussed. Okay. So if I want any specific sibling, I can mention the condition. If I want computers, I can just mention it. Okay. And it is highlighting the web element in the web page as well. Okay. Like this, we need to use the following sibling. Hope everyone is clear with this following sibling as well.
Ravi, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Sibling and child both are different or both are same?
Yeah, both are different. When at what situation we will call child, because whenever we are at the parent tag and we want to navigate to the child tag, we will call it as child. And if we go with the sibling, it is just like sister and brother relation kind of tags, which are on the same hierarchy level.
Oh,
Be clear
Okay.
on that? Yeah, this is parent tag, and the child tag is the anchor tag for this parent. This anchor tag is the child for this div tag, not the
Okay.
sibling. Yeah, these are all under same hierarchy level, right? So these are the siblings. And anchor tag is the child tag. This div tag is the parent tag, and like that. Did you get it?
I think bit confusion, but maybe yeah. I will try to.
Okay. Yeah, if you have any doubt, you can ask me.
Yeah, maybe you may continue. Maybe in between. I'll try to
Okay.
interrupt you.
Okay, no problem. So at hierarchy level, just make it clear. So for suppose I have div tag here with some ID, that is the parent. So this is parent tag, okay, and I have some input tag here with some class. This is the child tag, and I have some anchor tag here with some ID. So anchor tag is sibling for the input tag. And we can call like anchor tag is child for div tag. Hope you got it right. If I am having some sister, and this is me, and this is my sister, and this div tag is my parent. Okay. So whenever I want use this sibling, I just need to mention. I just need to go to anchor tag, and I can mention sibling input. That is following sibling, like that. I'll just proceed with the next. So as of now, just
Could
check
you
me on this
explain one
search.
second? I got confused. Could you explain once again?
Okay.
Yes, same for me.
Okay. Yeah. Have a look here. This. Okay. Let me take another example then. If you are getting confused with this one. Okay. Just have a look. What is the anyone can answer on this. What is the parent tag for this li tag?
Parent tag.
This dividing.
What?
Sorry.
P8913.
Div, div.
Div.
Dev.
U1,
The
U1.
yeah. The immediate parent tag is the ul, and ul parent tag is the div. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the relation between ul and div?
They are
Are both
siblings.
siblings. Okay. For suppose if I am at this particular id div tag, and um, I want to go to the this ul tag, which condition do you use? And we just discussed this following sibling as well. So which one do you use? Siblings.
In... Okay.
Okay. Just I will write something here. I mean, just related to this. I am at this parent tag and I want to go to this child tag, that is child colon div. Am I navigating or UL? Okay. So for this particular div tag, these two are child. Okay. And okay, coming to the preceding and following sibling, and I just explain one more example for preceding and following sibling. Preceding. So whenever I just mention this div with the preceding, it is navigating to this some other element which is not relatable. So here we need to mention the specific conditions. Okay. This div tag is very far where we are. We are currently here. We'll take this. So you got it right. Whenever we just mention this preceding, it's just navigating to the immediate preceding sibling. And whenever we just mention the following sibling, it will navigate to this filters tag. Hope I am clear. It is very clear. Yeah.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, cool. So this is by using following sibling. Okay. And what all we covered? Basic Xpath contains child text preceding following sibling. Yeah, starts with and following. We have covered this indexing if we have multiple results as well. So we need to cover these two as well. Starts with and the following. Okay. Coming to starts with. Okay. I will write the Xpath for this particular
Ravi,
subject.
following is different than following sibling.
Yeah, exactly. Following sibling is the different one. I will show you how it is different.
But preceding and preceding sibling are same, right?
Yeah, but preceding and preceding, it will search for the complete DOM whenever we just mention this following. I will show it now. Okay. So yeah, initially I will go to the UL tag and I want to fetch all the LI tags which starts with P underscore 89. Okay. Okay, as this div tag is having ID, I'm starting from here. Div @ID is equal to title and following sibling, that is UL, and then LI, starts with ID P_89. Like this. So if you see it here, it is highlighting all the web elements on the web page whenever we just mention this starts with. So whenever we want to search for the list of web elements, we can use starts with. It will be very useful at this situation. Okay. Yeah. I'm here, and I want to go to the following one, like let me check. Single tag following, that is UL or div. So it will um, check for the complete DOM explorer, and it will navigate the tag wherever it want. Okay. As of now, I am here, and whenever I just mention this following, it will start searching from here. Wherever we got that particular tag which we are looking for, it will stop there. Okay. If I just mention this UL tag, it will navigate to the UL tag after this div, and the number of UL tags after this div is the 16 results we got it. So there are 16 results with the UL tag whenever we use following. And if I just mention li like that, we have 96. And so like that we can use this following. Yeah, someone asked like following and following sibling difference, right? Following sibling we will only use wherever the siblings are there. We can't get all the tags under that. Hope you got it, right?
Following, we can access the child also, right?
Yeah, following we can access the child, but we can't go for the rest of the web elements which are not siblings. But with the following sibling, we can access only siblings. Am I clear? If you mention, okay, if you are here, if you mention this following sibling with div, it will just navigate to here. Okay, following sibling with div, you can't go here. Okay, but with the only following tag, you can navigate to here as well. Okay, so let me do some kind of operations here. And I just entered this laptops in the text box, and I just want to search with that text. Okay, inspect element, and I'm going for the search button, that is input type submit. input @type is equal to submit. Okay, this is small s. Okay, and we got two web elements here, but I want the first web element. Okay, I want the first web element, so I'm going with the indexing. That is the first one. So I just took the first web element and navigate to here. Find element by Xpath. I just mentioned the Xpath, and the operation is click. I want to click on that search button, and I just want to wait to see the results are coming up or not. I'll wait for 5 seconds. For threads, you just need to have this throws declaration. I'll discuss more about on this when I'm discussing about the exception handling. Okay. As of now, I'm just accepting this exception, clearing the console, saving the project, and running. So it just clicked on the search button. So we got all the search results with the laptops. Okay. Now we will see how to handle these checkboxes. What are the different kinds of methods we have for the checkboxes. Till now, the different types of web elements which we saw. We have covered. We have covered text box. For text boxes, we can get the text, export of that particular text box, and we can send some keys by using .send keys. Okay. And we saw how to handle buttons. Okay. And we saw how to handle the link text. And I'm just mentioning the web elements which we have covered because we need to cover how to handle radio buttons, how to handle checkboxes, okay, and we need to cover drop downs. Okay, these are different kinds of web elements which we generally see in any kind of web pages. So we just need to discuss each and everything. As of now, we will go with the checkboxes. We will see how to handle those checkboxes because we got it here. We can select multiple as well. Okay. Okay. So just inspect element. See it here. And this is the checkbox tag, okay, with the I. And just navigate to up. See, under UL, I have multiple LI tags. Each and every LI is one brand, okay. This is Dell brand, this is HP brand, this is laptop brand, Lenovo, Apple, Clonefish, Urban Tribe, like that. We have all these childs here, okay. Now I want to select this Apple, okay. I want to click on this checkbox, okay. So just use this div @ID is equal to, and I should navigate to the UL. Okay, we can use following sibling. I think we already covered it. Let me copy. I'm navigating to all these li tags, right? Under this li tag, I just want to click on the checkboxes. Okay. So here I want to discuss some of the exceptions which we generally face, and what are the different kinds of possibilities that we get the different kinds of exceptions. We'll see now. Okay. And Apple is the sixth one. So as of now, I'm going with the indexing. Okay. Currently, I am at li tag, which is Apple here. Okay. Currently, we are here, and we need this tag. Okay. And I'm just navigating to label. Whenever we keep double slash, it will directly navigate to the label. Whenever we just mention the single slash, it will check for the immediate web element. Like when I am here, if I use single slash, I can only navigate to the span, not more than that. But whenever I use double slash, it will check for the complete tags under this li tag. See here, I just mentioned the double slash here and the label. And label is not the immediate tag for this li, but it is navigating to the li and label tag because of double slash. Let me show you. Okay. I can only navigate to that particular span tag, not more than that. And if I want to use this label, see, I am unable to detect that particular label. But when I use this double slash, I'm successfully navigating to this particular label tag. Okay. And in that, I'm looking for I. I'm keeping some weight because whenever we just click on submit button on the first page, it will take some time to load because so I'm just waiting for 3 seconds, and then I'm performing some of the operation here, that is clicking on the checkbox that is for Apple. Dot click. I'm just closing the previous sessions. Now what our code should do, it should go to the Amazon website and enter the laptops in the text field and click on the submit button after getting the results, and it just need to filter according to the Apple laptop. Clearing the console, saving, and just run it. Okay, if you see here, it just selected the Apple checkbox and it fetched the results of this Apple. Okay, this is how we will handle the checkboxes. If we click on, if we use dot click method, it will select the particular checkboxes. Okay, this dot click will work for the radio buttons as well. Okay, now I want to check the status whether it is selected or not. Okay, so we'll do one thing here, and I'm removing this operation here. Web element checkbox. Just import the org.openqs Selenium. So what I'm doing here, so I'm just assigning it to the one of the web element, and I'm just using one variable here, that is checkbox. This is the web element. So checkbox dot click. Sorry guys. So I'm just clicking on like that, and I want to check the status. Okay, boolean status is equal to checkbox dot see it here, is displayed, is enabled, is selected. Now I want to check is selected, and if you navigate to here, you can read the description of this particular method. Determine whether or not this element is selected or not. So it will check whether the element is selected or not. Is enabled, sometimes some of the web elements will not be enabled. It will be in disabled state. In that scenario, we can check with the help of is enabled method. And is displayed, generally is displayed we will use whenever we are navigating to the next page, and we can keep some conditions whether this particular web element is displayed or not. If that particular web element is displayed, we can perform further operations. If it is not displayed, we can wait for the element to get displayed. Okay, I'll discuss more about on that, but just have a look with this is selected. Okay, now this status will return whether it is like true or false. Okay, now I want to print. Now we will face few exceptions. Okay, we will see why we are facing those exceptions. Clear the console, run it. Now we just need to click on Apple checkbox. Okay, it got selected, and now we should check whether it is selected or not. We are getting stale element exception. What is this stale element exception? We regularly face this stale element exception in our implementing of these automation codes. Okay, why do we face this stale element exception? Because what is stale? Stale is like which is used one. Okay, uh, why do we face stale element exception? We will face this stale element exception uh, whenever we are looking for particular web element and that web element got removed from the DOM. We will be facing this stale element exception. Okay, So it is unable to find that particular web element which we are looking for. When the DOM got refreshed, that particular web element will be gone. Okay. So it is unable to find that particular web element. We are facing this tail element exception. We can resolve this tail element exception with the help of different Xpaths, or sorry, or we can reinitialize the web element again. Okay.
I mean, for example, if developer changes the code in the scripting, that's what you mean?
Uh, yeah, that might be the scenario, but not particularly. Sometimes, because here they didn't change anything, right? We are just using the same thing. We didn't get any
Oh, okay, okay.
changes,
Uh-huh.
but this particular web element got removed in the DOM. That's the reason we are
Oh,
getting this tail element exception.
okay. So that is there any reason for that? I mean,
Not particularly. Sometimes when the DOM completely refresh, it is unable to
okay,
find some of the elements.
okay, okay, got it.
Yeah. When we
Thank you,
click
Ravi.
on this when we click on this Apple checkbox, the complete
Mm-hmm.
page will refresh, right?
Okay, yeah. At the time of
Yeah.
refresh, sometime DOM couldn't able to find that exact web element.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, okay. Thanks, Ravi.
Yeah. No problem. So, let's see. And I am reinitializing the same thing. Okay. So I am initializing it again. I am saying that it is unable because here checkbox is returning these elements, right? Whenever we assign the particular web element to the variable and we are using that variable, it will navigate to this particular checkbox. Mm, how I need to say exactly? Yeah, at this particular line of code 19, it will come here and it will see what is the path of this particular checkbox. It will navigate to this particular path and it will store it here. But while refreshing, it is unable to read this checkbox. That's the reason we are failing. That's the
Ravi,
reason. Yeah.
sorry. So you're telling after clicking on the checkbox, the DOM is getting refreshed and the session for this object will go.
Yeah, checkbox doesn't have anything. That's the reason we are
So
getting
after
that
refresh,
alignment exception. As checkbox doesn't have any path, we are reinitializing the same web element again and checking for the status.
okay. So after clicking on the checkbox, the DOM got refreshed and checkbox has nothing, right?
Yeah, yeah, nothing, or we can say like that is stale, that is which already used, and it is unable to find that particularly used web element. Okay.
So it can be stated as no such element exception also.
No such element exception.
So what
Yeah,
the
but
difference
we are
between both
able
of
to find
them?
no such element exception. Tail is the tail element exception. We will get when we are using the same kind of web element repeated number of times. This no such element exception we will get when the complete web element we unable to find it in the DOM. Initially, we are able to find this web element in the DOM, right?
Okay, okay, got it, got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, Ravi.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just rerunning it. Okay, false. But it is selected. Why we got false? Can someone? Yes. I will hold for
This is
a
got,
minute. Yeah.
I think like index is got changed. The previously the Apple index is got 6, but
Yeah. Now
then
it is 3. So what we need to understand here means indexing will not work all the time. Okay. We need to mention specific conditions all the time and we need to get the things done. Okay. Now we will see how to get that one. If anyone is not clear, I'll just explain again. If you see here, this Apple tag is the 6th tag here. And whenever I just enter whenever I just click on the checkbox, the Apple tag is no more the 6th web element. This is 3rd web element. Okay. That's the reason we are getting false. And it is looking for fgear, which is the 6th web element. Okay. And it is not selected. So it is returning false. Okay. So if you just want to see, just we'll look at this and we'll see how to mention some conditions if I want to check for specifically Apple or HP like that. Let me run this again. Closing the previous sessions. Clear the console and running it again. Okay, so it just selected. Better we will use the condition. Okay, so we'll use the condition here because sometimes we check with this expert what it is returning. So it doesn't have anything here. So initial, if it doesn't have anything, it will directly return false. And I will mention some. Just go to the previous page. Okay, now I am able to get all the LI tags. That is all the brands in that. Or just go to the Apple first. Okay. See, currently I am here and I want to navigate to this I, that is checkbox tag according to the condition. So we just need to use all the different kinds of methods which we just discussed about the Xpaths, and we should navigate to the I tag. Okay. Dragging it down. And with the help of text, this Apple. So I'm just returning single element, single web element, that is Apple. Now I want to navigate to this checkbox, right? Can someone suggest what should come here to navigate to this particular I tag? So what are label and span tags? Are those parent child or siblings? Someone? Yeah, anyone?
Sibling.
Yeah, sibling, right? And is it following sibling or preceding sibling?
Sibling.
Yeah, preceding,
See,
exactly. And so even if I mention this preceding, we are getting multiple tags here. And we need to find some unique element. How to do that? So currently we are like from here I will navigate to this specific web element and then I will come here. Okay. Because whenever I just click on some label, it is finding all the labels, all the different labels. It doesn't have any condition to mention. You see here, even if I mention the input checkbox, we'll be having all the checkboxes, and that is not the unique thing. The only unique thing which I see here is li tag with the ID. So
Ravi, one thing.
yeah,
Label is inside div, right? And span is again outside div. It will be sibling only.
mm, just give me a second. Okay, not exact. Good one. These are two different tags.
Yeah.
So we can navigate to the anchor tag, which is parent. Okay, now it is unique. And then we got that particular web element, right? That is the checkbox. Yeah, thanks for it. So I'm just renaming this one. I'm just using the Xpaths with the help of Apple text. We'll run it and we'll see whether we are getting succeed or we facing any kind of exceptions again. still it is false. Search with this Xpath whether it is looking for the right web element or not.
Give some weight between.
Yeah, I should. Okay, I'm just waiting for 5 seconds. It's getting false. Okay. Just give me a second. Let me check with is enabled whether it is written. Okay, I'm just checking for is enabled. Sharing of the previous session. Just rerun it. It is enabled. Mhm. I just want to return the previous status. Sometimes due to the Xpath issue as well, some kind of, if it doesn't work, we'll delete the Xpath. Not returning it. I'll just return it again quickly. Let me reconsider the Xpath once. Just go to the previous page. Directly navigate to this text. And then I want to go to the parent tag, which is anchor. In the D, I tag. Even if it doesn't work, we should mention, uh, we need to implement the mouse action. Okay, sometimes dot click may not work for these checkboxes for the checking of status. We will see like this. If it doesn't work, we will implement the mouse actions. After clearing this one, we'll wind up. Okay. this instead of dot click, we will go with the actions class, that is the mouse click. Okay, mouse click will work perfectly. Okay, I'm just removing this checkbox click. So after letting the status, and I want to wait for 5 seconds. And then how do you handle the mouse actions? We have some actions class. Through this actions class, we have we can directly go to the particular web element and we can click on it. Okay, so actions, I can create some object for that actions class. New actions.
One question.
Sorry, yeah.
Over here, we try to click on the element and it is working, right? As per the code, it is working. Like when time we click on the Apple, but it could not get the status of it.
Sorry, your voice is not clear.
My doubt was, you could go to the Apple checkbox and click on that. It's like
Okay.
we were not able to validate whether it has clicked on.
Can you please type it in the chat box? Yeah, we can debug and check, but it is returning. It is finding the web element, right? Let's see like this. If it doesn't work, yeah, that is the final option. Debug. I just put some breakpoint. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, my question was again the same. We were able to click on the elements. We don't have problem in our previous Xpath as well, right? We were able to successfully click that element when we ran that code. But thing is like only on the status, right? Boolean status was not picking up whether we had been selected or not. It is selecting actually when we run it.
Yeah, but
Ravi,
it
do
is.
you think the weight is causing the issue? Can we increase the weight and check once?
Okay, we already put some weight here, right? That is 5 seconds.
Yeah, but I think
Weight
when you are
also,
doing,
even weight will not matter because we are clicking elements we have already clicked it. So we are not waiting that to be checked or no. As soon as we click it, it has got checked.
Okay.
Only
no,
thing
but
is like
after
that line
clicking,
Boolean
we are
status.
reassigning again, right? After clicking again, we are reassigning to different object, right? So that might be the. Can you try again?
with the different. I didn't get your point.
I'm telling after clicking again, we are finding the element by XPath, right? So that might be the issue.
Okay, okay, fine. We got state element. Okay. Anyway, we're running out of time. I will have a look at it today, and I will let you know tomorrow why we are facing this issue. We'll discuss
Ravi,
it tomorrow. Yeah.
can we use assertions or if-else statement instead of Boolean?
Okay. Why does it give any other result? Because even if we mention,
Yeah, it will be same thing only. It's not returning correct only from the Selenium. I don't know. Selected is not working as expected.
yeah, I
So
will take
whatever
up.
we use, it will be the same.
Yes. Even if we mention we need to same expert, so I don't think it will be different.
Correct, correct. Each selected only not work. Other method worked right. It's displayed.
Yeah, is
So,
displayed is working. Yeah, we'll see because sometimes we'll be getting the challenges. We just need to figure it out. Even you
so
people
what
can
will,
try. Yeah.
yeah, what will the tomorrow plan, Ravi?
Tomorrow, same like 7 o'clock.
No, miss topics tomorrow.
Tomorrow topics. I will explain different kinds of weights and what are the situations where we can use different kinds of weights. We have 3 to 4 different kinds of weights. I will explain all the weights tomorrow and significance of
Significant of?
each and every weight, weights,
Okay.
implicit and explicit.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank you,
explaining.
Ravi.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, if you have any doubts, you can ask for a minute like that.
Ravi, thank you so much.
Sure, Ravi.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. For today's
Thank you,
session,
Ravi.
is my voice is clear? Is it audible?
Yes, yes, it is clear and audible.
Okay. Cool then.
Clear.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you, Ravi.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Ravi.